we're still on chapter 9.2. Um, Here is the how to write binary ionic compounds if you have a metallic element that has one more common ionic charge. Okay, so if a metallic element is a binary ionic compound has more than one common ionic charge, a Roman numeral must be included in the cation's name. Okay, so if we look at the transitional metals, okay, remember transitional metals were in groups 3 through 12. And then some also, if you notice right here, some post-transitional metals can also have more than one charge. Okay, so transitional metals and post-transitional metals can carry more than one charge. That means they're going to lose various number of valence electrons in order to achieve stability. So let's do a few examples here. So I'm going to start with SnF2. Okay, so we got to determine the, let's look at F2 first. Fluoride, a non-metal fluoride has always one negative charge. So we're definitely sure this is one negative charge, and we have two of them. So 2 times -1 is -2. And what's going to be the charge of Sn? Sn, if we look at over here, can have a 4+ charge or 2+ charge. Which tin are we going to use? Are we going to use a 4+ charge or 2+ charge? So since we have 2 fluorides and every fluoride has a 1 negative charge, we need 1 tin for every 2 fluorides. So this tin has to have a 2+ charge. Well, what do you call a tin that has a 2+ charge? If we look at right here, tin, it's going to be tin Roman numeral 2. So it's going to be tin Roman numeral 2 fluoride. Okay, let's look at slightly different examples. Tin sulfide. Okay, so which tin are we using? Okay, so we got to look at the sulfur, and sulfur has a 2 negative charge. Let's look at sulfur right here, 2 negative charge. So 2 negative charge, and I know I'm using 2 sulfur, so 2 times -2 is -4, and I only have 1 tin over here. So what's gonna be the charge of this tin in order to cancel out 4- charge? Well, since it's just 1 tin, this tin has to be a 4+ charge. So what do you call tin that has lost 4 valence electrons? Tin 4. So this is going to be tin Roman numeral 4 sulfide. Okay, this is how you write Roman numeral 4. All right, let's do the next one. COI2. CO is cobalt. Notice that cobalt can have a 2+ charge or a 3+ charge. Okay, well, which one are we using? 2+ or 3+? Well, we have to figure it out based on the non-metal. The non-metal over here is iodine. So iodine has, it's in group 17. It has a 1- charge. So we have a 1- charge, and we have 2 iodides. So what is 2 times -1? 2 times -1 is -2. So if we only have 1 cobalt, what will cancel out -2? The answer is +2. So what do you call cobalt that has a 2 positive charge or that lost 2 valence electrons? It's cobalt Roman numeral 2. So the name of COI2 is cobalt Roman numeral 2 iodide. Remember, non-metals always change. The suffix ending is IDE. All right, ZnS. Okay, which zinc are we using? Notice that zinc, well, right here it just has a 2+ charge, But I guess since it's a transitional metal, sometimes it can have more than 2 plus charge. So let's figure out the charge of this zinc. Sulfur, I'm sorry, I didn't see. So what is the charge of sulfur? Sulfur is in group 16. Group 16 elements have 2 minus charge, so you have a 2 minus charge. What's going to be the charge of the zinc? It has to be 2 plus to cancel out 2 minus. So this is zinc, Roman numeral 2, sulfide. Okay, copper. There's 2 types of copper. There's copric and copris. Okay, I'm going to stick with the Roman numeral names because they're easier. So copper 1 and there's copper 2. Well, which one is it? Well, we have to decide based on the charge of bromide. Bromide is in group 17, so it's 1 minus charge. So we have a 1 minus charge. And 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. So what will cancel out negative 2 charge? The answer is 2 positive charge. So what type of copper is this going to be? This is a copper that has lost 2 valence electrons, so it's copper Roman numeral 2. So copper Roman numeral 2 bromide. Okay, let's do the next one. Copper 2 selenide, which is selenium. Okay, so let's figure out the charge of selenium. Selenium is in group 16. It's got 2 minus charge. And we have copper. We got to figure out if it's copper 1 or copper 2. So now this is a little tricky because we have 2 coppers here, 2 atoms of copper. So we know that 2 times what will give us positive 2, because this copper has to have a 2 overall charge of 2 plus. So copper 1 plus will give us 2 times positive 1 is 2 positive. So this is copper 1. So this is copper Roman numeral 1. Forgot the parentheses. Selenide. All right, and let's do one more example, and then I'll stop. Okay, iron sulfide. Okay, so which iron is it? So we know sulfur is in group 16, so it's going to lose, it's going to gain 2 valence electrons, so it's negative 2 charge, 2 minus. So what has got to be the charge of this to neutralize the ionic bond? So this is going to be 2 plus. So iron that has lost 2 valence electrons will be called iron 2. Iron Roman numeral 2. So it's iron Roman numeral 2 sulfide.